Sitting here maintaining. So it's been a minute. This is your second time on the show now, so
yeah.
repeat offender. We've had a couple of those now.
It's been far too long with no music.
Well, okay, so let's dive right into it, man. We're not going to waste any time. New project?
Yeah.
I've been seeing you being pretty active on your social media with little clippets and the way you package your stuff together. So can we get into that at all? Like, what can we talk about?
We can get into it as far as like name of the album and stuff. I'm not going to do that.
Not doing that yet?
I can't.
Management, eh?
It's just. I think everything's rolling out based on that. So let's. But yeah, any details you want to know aside from that, we're good.
All right, so let's see what we can answer here. How many songs on this project?
10.
10?
That's it. 10.
I like that. Why'd you keep it 10? Like, because you see nowadays, like the Drake and Future tape. I mean, that wasn't a mixtape, and it wasn't an album or anything.
Yeah.
I mean, all these new people are coming out with like 20 tracks and like.
Yeah, no, that's the thing, man. It's like people's attention span is like tiny. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And I figured like I did way more than 10 records, but it was like, what can I do to just put the most solid? Because when I hear an album, man, there's like a filler song to really throw off the whole.
I'm the same way, especially if you're.
You know what I mean?
I'm the kind of person I like listening to an album.
Yeah.
Like start to finish. And a lot of these mixtapes and stuff, they just kind of, they're all singles, it seems like in time. So a lot of people, like yourself, I know you're creative as all hell.
Yeah.
If you haven't listened to Salem, please go do that now. But in terms of this, so what was the creative process like with this? Like you said, you have 10 tracks on it, but do you have like a stash that you pick from? Are you one of those kind of guys? Or how did the project go?
It's kind of like I had a base of like, just like I wanted to make an overall body of work with an overall concept, and I almost said the name of the album. Okay, but anyways, the album. Yeah, I know. The album really focuses on like a general theme, I guess, of rebellious type things, like just almost like a story of someone's lifestyle, of someone that's not willing to, fit in, or they do things maybe a little unorthodox. And yeah, those 10 records seem to really get my point across the way I wanted it to, and I'm like, there's no need to put songs for the sake of it. So what we did is we have a bunch of records that didn't make it, or I've done within the time of, the album's done, I'm gonna stop here, and we're just putting those out just so people have something, because I took like a year off, right?
So how do you get to that point when you said like, okay, the album's done? What is that point if you have so many records? How do you know like, okay, this record is now the 10th one that I feel, like is it a management thing, or is it you personally?
That's the thing, like shout out to management, man, Smash Mouth. Like he kind of lets me run wild, and like he hasn't heard anything yet. He's gonna hear it like tomorrow, because I needed to sit with it. Because
that's different. I never thought
no. He knows the way I do it is when I'm happy, you're gonna get it and it's gonna be polished, and that's just the way it is. That's the way I work. It's the way I've always worked, and like I don't like too many people putting their hands in what I'm doing. You know what I mean? So 10 records was like, okay, my point is made. 10's a solid number. I also listened to the flow of it, how fluent it is, and I was like, that's it.
So did you, especially coming up in Toronto and everyone kind of giving you the gear, not you in person, but just in life in general in the city?
Yeah, no, I'm good out here, man. I mean, that's the thing. When I moved out here too, everything kind of, like the people I work with now, I work with a lot of like super talented people out here, you know what I mean? And
the roster's getting big over there, bro.
Yeah. Shout out to everybody, Ponders, Jimmy B, even the product. Like obviously, I gotta give a big shout out to the beat god M-Mac. You know M-Mac.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, that guy's a beast. These new dudes I'm working with, well, they're not new, but new to me. Fameless, who did the Outlaws record with Jimmy, and they're putting out a single with me. Well, it's my track with Roche from Notes to Self, who you've recently talked to. It's called The Kool-Aid Man. You'll hear why when you hear the hook. It's super dope.
It's catchy.
Yeah,
you've catchy.
I guess you've heard a little bit. Yeah,
I had a little sneak peek there. So what's coming up next? You got shows coming up, brother man? Or we just
yeah.
What we got going on with you? When are you staying busy?
We're gonna work on like a really special like release where I'll probably bring the live band back out, and probably do like I'd say 80% of the new stuff, mixing a little bit old Salem.
So Hannah, I gotta ask you that, because you just said you're bringing back a live band, but now with your sound though, it is kind of trappy, I guess, with the hi-hats and stuff like that. How the hell are you gonna do a live sound with that?
Well, that's why you have a beast of a drummer, man.
So you already have a full band?
Yeah, we did it CMW like last year.
Yeah, okay.
So I co-headlined with Jacoy. I don't know if you're familiar with Jacoy. Yeah, and we tried it out, and it was crazy. I mean, I ended up doing a cover of Bulls on Parade by Rage Against the Machine, which was kind of like off the cuff. It was kind of like I actually literally said, fuck it, let's do this, and they were like, what? They knew the song, obviously,
but we're not expecting that.
No. Well, we were rehearsing it, and we said maybe we'll do it. We weren't sure if it was like the right time with the crowd, and fuck, man.
So how do you know
Nice-
that?
nice work.
Yeah, well, we're in it every year still.
Fuck it, alright.
Right. So how do you know that? Like when you're doing a live set, how do you know like if the crowd is that like? I think the crowd's feeling it. I think I should do this.
Oh no,
or just
they were
like-
feeling the set. It's just I kind of wasn't feeling the last song I was doing. The energy wasn't up, and I'm like, I actually went, fuck it, let's do this. Turned around, we rehearsed it. They knew the song, right? And then they're like, all right, let's do it. And people were wilding out, man. Like, some
But
dudes.
that's
thought-
an energetic song.
And it's crazy because some dudes thought it like, well, my input. I told them exactly where I wanted to take it, and they killed it. Like you'll hear a lot of live guitars on the album. Maybe not like harsh, but very subtle in the mixes and stuff. Like it's really there's a lot of music going on in this album.
So is Emerson co-producing this one?
Exactly.
Or how does he fit in there? Executive?
Yeah. So he's pretty much got his hand in like every record, I'd say.
But no, he's not singing on every record though, is he?
No, just Stick Up
Engineering.
Kids, which you've heard, which kind of got a facelift since. So it's not gonna sound the same.
Like a whole new beat kind of thing?
Yeah.
Or what?
Well, it's not. It's just more to it. It's
More to
bulked
it.
up, you know. It's
Oh,
on
right.
steroids.
I like that. We're gonna have to drop that off and
Yeah. I know. It's. By the the album is done. He can attest to that. It's on my
I
phone
saw
right
it.
now.
It is there. It's
And-
staring at us right in the eyes right
Yeah.
now. So what can we get? Who do you have on the album? Can we get into that at all?
Yeah. I think I kept
I'm sure
it.
you got the regular
Oh, I just
schwad
kept
on
it.
there.
I just kept it simple. I wanted. I got Dylan Ponders on there. I got Jimmy B. I got Emerson Brooks, obviously. Terrell Morris, man, who I'm a huge fan of, and if you don't know him,
I can't say I've heard of him.
you definitely should look him up. He's
Yeah. What is he?
incredible.
A singer?
No, he's a rapper. But like out of the city, man, he's honest. I'd honestly say one of my favorite rappers that you may not know of.
So do you, as an artist, do you still look and keep your ear, quote unquote, to the street and see what's
Yeah,
kind
man.
of bubbling and coming on up? And
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm not one of those artists who I don't need everything for myself. Man. I appreciate music. I pull influence from everybody. You know what I mean? I like building and getting in the studio with people that challenge me. You know what I mean? And that's how like even that
What do you
record
mean by
that-
challenge?
like
They're
make me
getting-
step my game up. You know what I mean?
Like in terms of lyrics or just in general?
Yeah, just the feeling, the vibe. Like if I can soak up a little bit of what they do and I can maybe give them something, it makes for the best music. Like that's what me and Roche did.
So are you one of those artists that you would rather be in studio? I mean, obviously, then I'm gathering that, as opposed to one of these just sending files back and forth across country kind of people?
Yeah, I mean, I understand it has to happen sometimes. Like this is not, you know, because we're working on a collab.
You're not coming
Yes,
across
again, but-
the country to drop off a USB stick
No,
and
no.
then turn around and go back home?
No, but we have an artist who, again, I can't say until we finalize it, but he's from the UK and he's pretty big, and we're getting him on the album. We're just waiting to finalize it, but that's the kind of case where
So,
you
like,
have to send him
There's
something.
nothing you can do. You're not
No.
dropping across that pond just to drop something.
No, and it was pretty organic. Like I was a fan of his music before, and I'm like, can we make this happen? And thankfully, we have a connect through DJ Booth, who's a huge fan of me and always supported me, and he kind of made it happen. So right now it's a yes, but we're just
Ooh, I'm excited for that one, man. I gotta
I'll
say.
tell you after.
Okay, well, fair enough.